We're all going to be living in our Trump towns on what used to be national land.
Oh, God.
We should be so lucky. I don't know.
Did I ever tell you all that the only time I found Trump directly answering the question of when he thought America was great, it was during the robber baron era, the Gilded Age? Did I ever tell you that? I wrote a thing about it.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
I think I remember that.
It's the only time. And nobody paid attention to that because the news was like David Sanger and Maggie Haberman were doing the interview with him. And the news that came out of the interview was America First was his program. And so that was what everyone paid attention to. But the other part that if you read the transcript, that's really
is that the thing when he was talking about we like McKinley, the great Mount McKinley? That was the quote.
I don't even remember if McKinley came into it. This was like in late 2015, 2016.
McKinley one.
Yeah. Yeah. This was early. This was like in the first campaign.
There's always that paying attention to the wrong part of the transcript.
Yeah.
And we had it with the whole, there's two people I think Putin pays, and everybody got stuck on that, Robach on Trump. And it was like, why didn't you look at what they were talking about beforehand? They were talking about how they had just gone in and witnessed what Russia had done in Ukraine. And they'd seen all the evidence of the fake news that they created, all the disinformation, and how they used propaganda to actually, Russia did to try to usurp a nation. That's how they were able to get Crimea, and they were going on from there. And so they all knew how the tools worked to the machine. Somebody lifted the hood and showed them the whole thing, and they were in. Paul Ryan was like, we need to do something about this, right? That was back in that moment before. And then they all capitulated. Talk about capitulation. Oh my God. Holy crap.
Another example is the Steele dossier, when everybody.
And the Steele dossier is another example.
And talked about nothing else that was in there.
Yeah.
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 It's just so easy. Trump must be like, this is so easy. I'm just going to throw this shiny toy.
So easy.
A fucking laser beam in my cap.
So predictable.
Yeah,
it's like our vulnerabilities are so easy to gain.
Yeah,
and this is the thing that it fascinates and terrifies me. But it's the thing that they all know, right? They figure out exactly what our weaknesses are, the systems, our cognitive weaknesses, our emotional weaknesses, institutional weaknesses. They figure out exactly where we're vulnerable, and then they exploit those vulnerabilities. And it's easy to do once you think like that.